Why was Tatum in court? Tatum.
I didn't do anything bad. Let me just say that. I went to the Louisiana State Capitol to essentially lobby the Civil Law and Procedures Committee to get us through the committee and allow for the Crown Act to get onto the Louisiana State House floor. So I didn't do anything bad. Actually, I did something good. Candace Newell, Representative Newell, who's actually in my area of New Orleans, introduced the bill. It's a modified version of the Crown Act. And for those who don't know, the Crown Act is passing state by state, and it is to end hair discrimination. And what do I mean by hair discrimination?
Which I didn't even know there was hair discrimination.
Yes, there is legal hair discrimination. And what I mean by legal hair discrimination, in the Civil Rights Law of 1964, skin and sex is protected, meaning that you can't be discriminated on based off of your skin color or your religion or your sex. But hair is not protected. Hair is seen as an accessory in that law. And there have been multiple cases that have gone through different states where courts have upheld businesses and schools discriminating people based off of their hair. So you've probably seen videos of a girl in preschool with a little, pigtail afro puffs, sent home, not allowed. Someone possibly with braids, sent home, not allowed. There was a case in Alabama, actually, woman of color, and she had these like very thin, almost the size of a straw size dreadlocks that were dyed like a normal blonde. And she had like a bob. It was like cut really nice. It was like a blonde bob, but they were like little dreadlocks, right? And her employer said, "Can you remove those?" And she's like, "No, I can't just remove them. It's my hair. What do you mean?" And she was terminated. And that made itself up to the Alabama Supreme Court. And the judge there said, under the civil rights law, hair is not protected, and the employer can indeed fire you for wearing your hair like that. So I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds crazy because how is my skin color, right, or my sex how do I have any more control over that as I do how the hair grows out of my head? It grows out of my hair straight or curly. I have no control over that, right? Unfortunately, right now, today in America, you can be fired for having curly hair, wearing your hair in a protective style, like a braid, a bantu knot. It sounds crazy, but it's true and it's happening. And I was brought on there actually to sort of talk about it as a salon owner and to sort of extend the conversation even beyond people of color, because quite literally, you can be fired for having any type of texture in your hair. And as a hairdresser, and Alberto, I'm sure you've heard this too, a lot of people with curly hair feel that they are not looked at as professionals if they wear their hair curly. And that might be a stigma that they feel, but employers have full rights in almost every state in America. I think only 11 have passed the Crown Act. Maybe it's a little bit more now. Someone can straight up just fire you because your hair's curly.
I had no idea that it went this far. So I'm learning a lot just by listening. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it has. And like I said, that Alabama case is crazy because you're like, it made itself up to the Supreme Court of Alabama, and they said, yeah. And if you could see this woman's hair, it's a great bob. It's great. There's nothing. It's not like, I think when people hear dreadlocks, they think maybe like crazy Rastafarian, long, big, whatever,
Yeah.
But dreadlocks come in all shapes and sizes, and it's not like that. And these were, in my opinion, she had a very conservative look. It wasn't like she had a blue mohawk. And this law does not mean that you can elect to make your hair blue, right? And then that's not protected. That's a choice. What this law specifically is how your hair is natural. You wear a natural curly shape, an afro, or if you're doing a protective style like braids or bantu knots or whatever, that should be protected too. And that's going to be the trickiest part, because a lot of these people, and let's be frank, I'm speaking to a lot of people who are old white men. They have no understanding. And that's kind of what I was brought into. They explain, hey, this is how much money it would cost to come to my salon and have your hair straightened. This is how much time it would take, right? If you're a mom, you got to do the kid's hair. She gets messed up on the first day of school. And then guess what? You got to do your hair too. So the amount of burden it puts on, the citizens of Louisiana and America in general to have to every day deal with the heat and humidity of where we live, and to press and straighten your hair, or get a chemical service like a relaxer or something really even more expensive, right? And then also just the time, if you happen to be able to do it, the amount of time it takes, it's just such an undue burden on our labor force and our citizens. It's not fair. And my hope is, now that we've got it through the committee, that people in Louisiana will contact their representatives and say, hey, we need to end hair discrimination, and you don't have to even think about it exclusively as a white or black thing. It is any hair can be discriminated against, if that helps you have that conversation with someone. And if you're not in Louisiana and you're listening to this call, this Zoom or this Facebook, wherever we're at, I don't know where I'm at right now, you can look up and see if your place has passed the Crown Act, or if it's on the docket. It might be on the docket. You might be able to push your congressperson to do it. The reality is they just don't know. They just need to hear from a constituent that so that they can understand, and they're more likely to be a yes. There's not that much industry sort of pushback from this. It's just a perception that people have that they have to change. Anyway, so that was that. I know it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I did some research on it, and there are a lot of states that have passed it, and it seems like, especially in our network, a lot of it is on the docket right now. So you're saying that really, so how do people reach out to their senator? How do you do that?
So it's actually really easy, and a lot of people don't know this, that your elected officials have to talk to you. You can call their office and straight up leave a message, or call them, and they have to talk with you. You can go to their office and say, hi, I want to talk to you about this. The more you call, the more you pester them, the more they'll get the point. But it's everyone's legal right, because we live theoretically in a representative democracy, to contact your representative. It's their job. You put them in office, and guess what? Your tax bills are paying them to do what's right for you and everyone. It's you have the ability to contact them and to have a conversation with them, and they will talk to you.
Yeah. Wow.
And I would go to the Crown Act, at the Crown Act on Instagram, and you can get a bunch of information. You can share it on your social media channels, and they'll have more info for you. And it's not very hard to figure out who your representative is and to reach out to them. This is what democracy is all about. And this is an issue that I think as hairdressers, we need to get behind, because we have the opportunity to talk to 5, 8, 10 people every single day. Imagine those 10 people who they're going to talk to. Use your clients to communicate this something that's really important to everyone. I guarantee you 99% of people don't think people should be discriminated based off of their hair texture. It's crazy, right? But they don't know. So you have to reach out. You have to do that work. Be a little social activist as a hairdresser. It's a great ability we have.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And thank you for your efforts on this. And it would be great to see, what we're a very powerful community. So it'd be great to see what a difference that we can make in this, with this matter, this issue, it's bizarre.
It seems wrong. It seems wrong, but it's just hair was deemed an accessory. And I think why it's coming up now is because we live in a time in society where people want to be accepted for exactly who they are.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be something you think I should be. I am going to be who I am. And that extends beyond hair, but it's this moment. And what you're seeing is a lot of people with textured hair, they don't want to have to get it straightened anymore. They want it to be able to wear it natural, and like I said, people are like, oh, that's not professional. Right. So the expectation is I have to spend thousands of dollars a year, put tons of heat on my hair. And you really see it show up a lot more with these protective styles, because there's not an understanding of how, if you have braids, you can get in the swimming pool with your braids. You can wear that for, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. If you protect it while you're sleeping, you can wear that for a good amount of time. And that saves you so much time and energy every morning, where you're not having to sort of conform to what society deems is right for you. You get to do what you want to do. And I think that's why it's showing up more, is because you're seeing more people wear these protective styles, and companies are legally able to discriminate against you, and they are.
Yeah. Wow. Well, once again, thank you so much, Tatum, for your efforts. This one's leaving me speechless here.
I know, me too. That's why I'm so quiet. I'm just waiting for the next thing to come out of his mouth so I can learn.
I know, I'm like, I can't wait to go to the Instagram page to look up more and to learn more about this. And I challenge everyone to do the same. And yeah, let's start making some moves, guys. And call your people.
Yeah. So the Crown Act, go there first, then you can find out your legislators. Steph, when we're done, like send me this recording. I'm gonna try to make some social stuff out of it if possible. We're gonna try to share around there. Go to my page now. I've got some posts from the Crown Act you can link to. But yeah, this is what we're here for, right? And this is the time to sort of be active because a lot of sessions are in, and there's probably this bill in your state on the docket now. All you gotta do is pick up the phone and let your voice be heard. And we as the industry can really make a change.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Tatum. And thank you everyone for watching. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.